Hello everyone, and welcome back to another Hearthstone deck spotlight. It's me, it's Tommy Wave again, and we've got a list here, another list from SirMagic. Big shout out to them, always putting up some fantastic lists on Hearthstone. And we've got an Aggro Freeze Mage, take on the aggro / tempo genre, but this time a little bit more chilling. So one of the core parts of Aggro Mage, which we've identified in the past with our budget deck series, is the secret package, which consists of our Arcanologist at 2 to help fish out our secrets, which are Explosive Runes and Counterspell, these two here. And we get some amazing tempo out of Kirin Tormage by being able to deploy a body onto the board, a very well statted one, 4/3 for 3, and also deploy our secret, which hopefully will deal with either our opponent's next minion, as well as dealing face damage, or deal with their way to answer our minions. So it's kind of been one of the better decks out there, particularly a good laddering deck because it does play quite quickly. But SirMagic here has kind of cut out that core of the deck and replaced it with a different one that focuses around a lot of freeze minions and freeze effects, such as Glacial Shard, Breath of Sindragosa, and Snap Freeze, and aims to capitalize on, also the Water Elemental, and aims to capitalize on those with Cold Wraith, which is a fantastic body for 3 mana. It's a 3/4, and if an enemy is frozen, so that's a minion or the opposing hero, we get to draw a card on Battlecry, which can hopefully help us dig into some more gas, or dig into our Alaneth, which will inevitably find us some gas. Other than that, it's a lot of very typical Aggro Mage things. Mana Worm on 1 as being our best turn 1 play. Lots of kind of spot removal and burn with Frostbolt and Fireball, and a little bit of reach in the form of Life Drinker and Pyroblast and Alaneth to help us find those pieces. Yeah, I'm really interested to see how this one goes, as we've got quite a lot of minions with great bodies in here, like Water Elemental, Cold Wraith, and Mana Worm, and also some minions with some terrible bodies like Loot Hoarder, Blood Mage Thalnos, and Life Drinker. So yeah, let's jump into it. Alright, up against Hunter.
Let the hunt begin.
You asked for it.
So if this is Spell Hunter, Alaneth is going to be really valuable. Like, I think if we go on the tempo game plan, we're probably going to run into exactly what they want to do with like flanking strikes and stuff. If it's the hybrid hunter that's been quite popular right now, we should be able to get away with it. I think I'm going to send these back and keep the Alaneth. If this is like a super aggro hunter, obviously Alaneth is pretty bad, but we haven't been seeing too many of those. I was going to say, as our opponent plays like turn 1, I don't know, like the Reaver, the 2/1 for 1. That would be a very aggressive hunter. Yeah, it helps between the lulls in between set releases. The GP rotation cup.
Mind if I roll need?
This is fine. We'll get a charge off their candle shot.
This beast will not be tamed.
Now, that's different. This could be Death Rattle Hunter. They do a GP each month now. So when did they start, and what kind of frequency were they doing them to begin with? Ooh. Kind of lucky for us that they got the 1/3 off of the Wandering Monster, but I was pretty happy to just trade there. Yep.
Nice to meet you.
Interesting they deployed the Spellstone without it being, like, fully charged up.
To my side.
Oh my gosh, Huffers all day. Huffers all day. It's the third one so far. They've been monthly. There's the 2 Spellstones down.
Winter is here, and it's cold.
It's cold. These wolves.
Where's my...
Okay. Yeah, so it was the Death Rattle Recruit Hunter. Stealing the matchup where we need to be as aggressive as possible. 13, 19.
What to do? What to do?
There's the big GP this Saturday, which I'm guaranteed to go 0-1 by my current pro events record. That's, I mean, competitive tournaments are hard to play. Not everyone can win, as demonstrated there. So definitely give yourself a bit more credit than what you did. Alright, we're here against the Rogue.
Watch your back. You asked for it.
So I definitely don't want the Loot Hoarder. And if it's Odd Rogue, this Sorcerer's Apprentice is going to look real bad. So let's just try and hit our Mana Worm. Yeah. So with these big open events, I think the idea of saying like, oh, you know, playing this event, and if you make the final cut or whatever, if you make it towards the last part of the tournament, you might have to be online for 8 hours or something, right? Like that's how an IRL event would work. That's how maybe like a big online tournament, you know, you might have to be there for quite a while. If you're lucky, it'll be split over 2 days. Maybe that's unlucky though. Because if you run these things as single elimination, so like this Saturday for instance, if I'm like, oh well, I want to play this tournament, if I make top 8, I'm going to be there for 6-7 hours. I'm going to set aside this whole day to play. But if it's single limb, and I set aside the whole day to play, but then I play for 10 minutes and get smashed, that's a really bad, this very feel bad moment.
I wonder.
Winter is here, and it's cold.
I don't like playing this without the draw, especially because this snap freeze is so bad in our hand. It only freezes minions as well. Like, just make it freeze anything, but say if it's a minion and already frozen. We'll just get the body out here. That's why all the Aussie Shadowverse streamers lean together. More representation from Australia. Yeah. It would be
This guy's
really good to see more community around tournaments. Or just more tournaments in general. Even just more small 8-mans. Like online 8-person events firing pretty regularly.
Nice to meet you.
So I think we want to save all this reach for as much as possible. You're back doing Frosty Mage? Yeah, we're playing this sweet free aggro freeze mage from SirMagic. Not doing so good so far, but I think we'll be alright this game given the amount of reach we've got.
Mind if I roll need?
We'll just try and make sure that we sequence it all out over the next couple of turns, sequence it correctly. Once Uni dies down, I'd like to get some more events happening. Yeah, I mean, one of the great things when I saw Neri run their tournament, and that they've kind of run tournaments in the past, it's how casual things can be. And I think that, especially for you, Rod, and myself, and other people who come from playing Magic, and kind of how regimented and also experienced a lot of stores are.
I wonder.
Nice to meet you.
So I'm going for the Leroy here because theoretically, like, we could have gone Snap Freeze with Glacial Shard and Fireballed them, but some of these decks will play like Tar Creeper and stuff, and there's a chance that we get stuffed by the Tar Creeper if we go for Leroy next turn. But yeah, one of the things coming from like a Magic play is I think we are used to a very high level of events, like a very has a very strict structure of how it works, and of what to expect. And I think what we need to change our focus on is realize that, you know, that there are other ways to do things, that things can be a bit more casual, whilst also still, you know, encouraging a little bit of competitive play. And of course, incentivizing people to come works slightly differently because we can't. It's a lot harder to give out in-game rewards versus IRL rewards. All right, Hunter. So, nothing we really want to see here. The IRL event was great, plus there's something about seeing defeat in the eyes of your opponent IRL that I miss. It's pretty sadistic, but I totally understand what you're talking about. The way that stores run events is a good baseline. It is. Job done. It is. And I think that's why I like the idea of, you know, trying to encourage more like Swiss events where, you know, even if you get dunked a couple of times, just like play on for, you know, shits and gigs.
This time for sure.
Ooh.
Nice to meet you.
Yeah, I don't know. There's maybe we shouldn't have attacked there, but also if it's explosive runes, then we get super punished by not attacking.
Chill out.
And there is the aforementioned runes. Go for the loot hoarder here. We need to get some more options. Yeah, the way that stores run events is a good baseline, and I think it would be really cool for people out there who have a community, or maybe a couple of people who have smaller communities, to kind of band together and kind of run some more like let's try and get a 16-person, you know, Saturday or Sunday event where, you know, you just play 3 or 4 Swiss rounds, maybe do like a finals or something.
Hey, give me that!
We are getting clowned on. How good is this spellbender going to be? I'll take the vaporize. Swiss is invaluable because it gives you an experience and focuses on the essential nature of the game, which is having fun with kindred souls, not just cutthroat comp. That's a really good way to put things, actually. And yeah, you're totally right. I think a lot of people do focus too much on competitive play. And like, it was really fun playing that that pauper event because it was so chill. We're memeing this, by the way. Definitely. I think that's the game that we need to go for to dig us out of this, especially if this is a more late game oriented Hunter. I'd like another event in time for the new set, so the new Shadowers. So. Hey, cool. We're priest.
Hey, give me that! Hey, give me that!
That's kind of how the Shadowverse IRL event went. The cutthroat people were paired up, and everyone else got to play funsies. So yeah, that's like the best part of those kinds of gatherings, right? I think we can. I think you can replicate that online. Like, I think you can, if you have the right community. If you're not, you know, putting massive dollars on the line, like huge prizes, where you're going to get a lot of people really incentivized to be pretty cutthroat. Arcane Shot tells me maybe more Spell Hunter.
Unleash your potential.
Damn it. Damn it. Damn it. That's those scrolls not doing too good for us, unfortunately. Oh. The Rat Trap. Scrolls of one away, got a whiff. Yeah, that's totally right. Ah. Burnt our opponent's Spellstone when they're probably going to play a whole bunch of spellies this turn. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Okay, weird. Oh my gosh. So if that last scroll betrayed us, oh my god. So 3-6 puts us, our opponent to 15. And we have 15. Nice. Got there. Even though we spun our wheels with those scrolls for one a little bit. That was a good one. Ah! We got our 100 dust. I'm getting paid back for crafting that coal pet. Alright, we are here with SirMagic's Aggro Freeze Mage. We just played a couple of games. It was actually a really fun list. The freeze package, some parts were really good. I actually really thought the Glacial Shard was quite good. And these Breath of Sindragosas proved themselves to be quite good as well. Snap Freeze was a little bit awkward. I almost feel like maybe this is a bit more of a tech card. And we'd like to cut that down to 1. Cold Wraiths were really good. And also, I think Cold Wraith is much better played like on its own with no benefit than Kirintor Mage. Right now, there's a lot of 3 power is like a kind of sweet spot right now. So not only does Cold Wraith have that 3 power, but also has 4 toughness, which is extra helpful. Leroy, definitely the extra reach was appreciated. The full reach package here with the Pyroblast, Life Drinkers, and Leroy, whereas some Tempo Mages are cutting down to 1 Life Drinker or not playing Leroy in favor of some more minions up in this section. The other thing that I want to point out is because cutting the secrets, the Explosive Runes, Counterspell, and Kirintor, that was actually when we did our budget deck, that was the core of the core 6 rares. So seeing that this list performed quite well actually opens things up to maybe trying something a little bit different with our budget list. You know, we can start fitting in other cards like Life Drinker or Primordial Glyph, these types of things. Cards like Thalnos being pretty replaceable. Leroy, we have some budget options. Alaneth, however, not so much. But yeah, a really interesting thought piece. Once again, big shout outs to SirMagic101 if you are interested in checking this deck out or checking them out, as they got a lot of good lists. All the links will be down in the description. If you're watching on YouTube, come check me out on Twitter check me out on Hearthstone. If you've got any decks that you want me to look at or play, give me a link. I'm happy to play them. But until next time, you have a good one.